right, hi Linda, it's so nice to have you here finally.
It's wonderful to be here, truly.
So welcome first of all to the Gamescom. So how do you feel is the vibe this year here?
The vibe is a lot of high energy again. There's a lot of forward movement in games, but I'm particularly happy to be talking to independent game developers because that's where all of the creativity and all of the joy comes from in the gaming industry. And just meeting with them here is very energizing. But it's also, Gamescom is always like a family reunion too. All of my former colleagues from different companies, new people that I'm just accidentally meeting while I'm having some Haxen and Kölsch down on the Rhine. It's a wonderful place to be. It's the place to be every year.
That I can only agree with, in all honesty. So you had one-on-ones earlier.
Yes.
And you have talked to a few people. So why do you think it's so important to have these one-on-ones? And what was so valuable about them?
Well, for one thing, a lot of the people who are indies, they're just getting started. They don't know what the pitfalls are. I can help them by providing advice from all of the horrific mistakes I've made or that the companies that I've worked with have made over the years. Things as simple as protect your IP right at the beginning. Do not leave that to chance because somebody will come steal it. Very basic stuff. But for me, it's not like I'm just doing it out of the goodness of my heart. I learn so much from them because they're the innovators. They're bringing in new creativity and going down paths that I never would have thought of. So they make it easier for me to do my job and to excel and evolve in my job. And if I can help them along the way, that's great too. Plus, I always follow up with send me as many Zoom meetings as you want because I can connect them to other people in the industry who are eager to help indies.
So it's like a learning for learning opportunity.
It's a 360-degree learning opportunity, yes.
That's amazing. So you already kind of answered that one, but like you've been a pioneer of like community building. Right. So what's one thing game studios still get wrong that like just they struggle with?
A lot of game studios have a huge gap between the development team and the community of players who actually who are actually playing the games. From my perspective, it's always very, very important to engage with the people in a very honest manner, not just pretending that, oh, hey, we'd really like to hear your feedback. Really, you have to mean it. The company that I'm working with now, even our CEO spends a lot of his time talking to individual players, especially if they don't like what we're doing, to find out in depth, what don't you like, why don't you like it, how can we improve, and then you make those decisions. But yes, the direct communication, the honest, transparent communication is very necessary, and it's more common among indies than the very large companies.
Yeah, so like transparency, you would say, is like the most important thing, and communication towards the individual player.
Oh yes, yeah, honesty and transparency. So let us use, for instance, the players all want something to go into the game, they all agree. It's important as a developer to tell them if, I'm sorry, our code won't support that, or there is no way we have the time to do that now, but let's revisit it next January when we're doing next year's roadmap. I promise we'll follow up on it and get back to you. That's the sort of transparency that's important. Also acknowledge when things have gone wrong. You might have a patch and suddenly something broke in the game. Be honest about what happened, what you're doing to fix it, and that just shows respect for the time that people invest in games. A lot of people think that it's money that drives the game industry. It's not. Anybody can make money. You can take any job and make enough money to play games. What you cannot get more of is time. So the time that the players give us is the most precious commodity, so we must respect that.
That is a really, really good statement. So I have two more questions for you.
Okay.
So how can smaller teams, like many in Germany, like indie companies that we have here, build like a stronger, inclusive community early on? Like what would be your tip to do that?
Oh, the first thing they should all do, after they protect their IP, is to make a Discord server. It's free. And that's my first piece of advice to everyone. Because your dev team, even if you're really small, maybe you've only got 4 or 5 people on the team, you can be in the Discord server talking directly to your very small audience, and you'll all slowly grow together over time. It costs nothing. Discord does have a lot of fantastic bots, all that come with a very low price tag, and it's very easy to set one up. If you don't know how to do it, just ask. Somebody will love to set one up for you because it's fun.
I mean, most people use Discord anyway who are gamers.
Right,
it's the main communication system.
Yeah. And then the other thing would be to make sure that everything that you create is multi-use. So if you're making a YouTube video or a Twitch live stream, make sure you take snippets of that out. Use those as shots to post to social media, to Instagram, to TikTok, even to Facebook. And I know Facebook is for old people, but I'm only on Facebook now because there are so many families on it. It's how I keep in contact with my cousins. And some of the older members of my family are finally starting to play games, especially with the advent of small indie cozy games. That's a real niche market. I do babble on too much, sorry. Feel free to edit anything that you need to.
Thank you so much. I have one last question though for you, and you can talk as much as you want about this one. But what advice was given to you when you started off and you would like to give it to the next generation of people who want to maybe step in your footsteps, for example, or just generally want to get into the business itself?
I would say that anyone who's working in gaming or truly in any business, it's very, very simple. It's 2 words, be kind. That's very important because if you are not kind to your fellow human beings, especially the ones that you work with, then it's very difficult to build the relationships that you need to survive in this industry. As we know, again, there's been a lot of turnover, a lot of layoffs, and coming to these events is like a family reunion where, yeah, there are some second cousins twice removed that you see them across the hall. You never want to work with them again. Why? They were probably mean. But if you're kind, you will run into the same people. You all blend together. It's its own form of social community, and it's a wonderful thing to have, is those relationships where you have helped build each other up. There's no reason to tear each other down. Be kind and you'll live a much happier life.
I think that's something we all should take to heart.
Pretty much, and it doesn't matter what you do for a living.
Yeah, I think that's a really good last sentence. Thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you. Oh, this was great.